Our challenge is to convert offline engagement to online engagement. And I'm going to start by showing you a real offline thing. I got two signs. This one is saying, what is the most important thing in your life? And please, people, find your cell phone and text this number. Text what is the most important thing in your life. If you got a Swedish cell phone, use this number. If you got another phone number from outside of Sweden, use this number. So find your cell phone now and tweet and write text to this number. What is the most important thing in your life? And while I do that, hopefully Jess will put something up on the screen, bit by bit.
What happened to our laptop?
Did I do something?
No, there used to be a
Oh,
laptop.
can you read the numbers out?
Can I read the numbers out?
0046 17.
And I'm going to go to the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go next to the mayor. That's fine. Oh, sorry for that.
Guys with the Swedish cell phone and all the rest. So what is the most important thing in your life?
Okay. Cat garden.
And this was what I did all day. I stood in Malmö.
Det är samma precis.
You can go on, yeah.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Do you want this?
Is it on? Okay. We did this during the whole day before lunch. So we discovered that Malmö is a very clean city. They pulled down posters pretty fast. We put up ours very fast. We like trash cans and electrical installations where lots of people are walking. I don't know if you can read this, but this one in Arabic. We have Somali and we have Swedish. And part of us went to Rosengård. Yes, you have quite an experience there. Some people went down to the central station, found some Albanians, and also refugees didn't want to use their cell phones because it costs them money that they don't want to spend on text messages. Quite an interesting insight to have that. We wouldn't have realized that if we were sitting around here. And then, of course, we were waiting for answers, which we'll tell you about a little bit later, I think. Okay?
Did everybody respond to the question?
Yeah, we're getting lots of response.
Good. And it probably goes a little bit without saying why this is important. You know, you guys that want to build content, yeah, you want good articles, or you want to make sure that what you're doing has an impact. What do you have to do first? You have to listen, yeah. And this is a great way for you to get content, yeah. In addition, once you guys have sent in your responses, we have your number, yeah. So then we suddenly have you active. Personally, I'm really anxious for using this for some of my projects where I really need to get some ideas and some insights on what's really going on in the Somali community. For Somalis that aren't online, yeah? And maybe also for the Pakistani community, on issues that matter to me. So the programs that I can make them even better. I guess you're going to talk about where we're
Yeah, but I thought you already mentioned it. I put a comment on it. I'm just talking to Mike. Okay, we went to some different places in Malmö. We split up in 4 groups, I think it was. So we went to the university, to some grocery market, and then to Rosengård, the park of Rosengård, which is, if I can use the word, a ghetto in Malmö with about 30,000 people, immigrants, primarily Arabic, Muslim people, a different multicultural area, and then we put up signs spelled in Arabic and in Somali language, and then we have some different answers to that questions. So yes.
Which type of answers have you received? I think that's interesting.
Well, I'll explain that last.
Okay, sorry. Remain silent.
Here's some of your responses are starting to turn up here. Let's see. Let me fix this. Let's talk about online.
Yeah, we went to a place called Media Evolution City in Malmö, and we tried to put the signs up there, and they were like, no, you can't put anything here. And we're like, okay, how do we reach out to this community? Because the community was like tech people, entrepreneurs, companies, and they were like, yeah, you can put it online, you can hashtag Media Evolution City, and it will show on our screens in the building. So that was a way of us sort of jacking into already existing hashtags and existing community with this sort of challenge and asking them like what's missing in Malmö and stuff like that. And then when we came back here, we also did that in some groups, like found out about Malmö groups on Facebook and asked there and see if we could get responses there. So this thing is working both online and offline.
And just to wrap it up, let's see, one of your responses should be there. There you go. So friends and family, my daughter, somebody had a little emoji there, peace, love, and understanding. We didn't get a ton of responses yet from around the city, but in my experience doing this in other places, it's kind of a long game. So it's creating a presence, it's visiting people again in their neighborhoods. One of the groups wound up in a barbershop, and the people were excited to see them because they had something in Arabic, which is the customers spoke Arabic. So it's showing people that you're making the effort to visit them in their communities, in their spaces. And a listening post is everything from a physical post, where you put a sign, to a library or a barbershop, or it's establishing kind of that long-term relationship. So we'll keep an eye and see people responding, hopefully over the course of the weekend as they walk around the city. We're sitting in this room right now, but now we have all these signs up. So we're having an impact. People are at least thinking about these questions that we came up with. And just one last point. The actual part about coming up with what questions to ask is what takes the longest amount of time. It's really deciding what you want to understand better, or even just throwing something out into the community, asking people what they want to understand better, asking them for their questions to start. But really spending time with how you phrase it, what language you put it in, before you go to the community, so you're confident that what you're putting out there people will be able to understand, and it'll get you some anecdotal responses and some long-term engagement. And now, you know, the people who participate in this we can follow up with. So everybody in the group is leaving today with their own kind of project idea for how to start engaging a community and having a long-term relationship with them once they get them to join through their cell phones. So keep an eye on listeningpostsweden.tumblr.com, and please text in if you haven't already. Anybody want anything? Sound okay? All right, thanks.